And we are live. Ben's in the back room. I'm going to add him in a second. He said just a second, so I didn't know if he's going to jump in or not. That would be Mr. Bunny to everybody. I know him as Ben because I've known him forever. Let's throw him in and see if he's ready. He should appear there at some point, or at least say hi from there at some point. Hey, Ben. Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? For those of you that don't know Ben or Mr. Bunny, Ben, you joined us in one of some of our earliest episodes, I believe, right?
I've been in maybe one or two.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe.
We're now on 111, so it's kind of crazy.
That's not a really good track record.
Well, no, but I mean, I wasn't saying it that way. I was just kind of saying that, hey, we were now up to 111. Hello, Eric Sith, welcome. So yeah, we're going to be doing a bit of chatting today. Matthew said he was going to probably jump in at some point. David Sincere will probably pop in at some point. Maybe even Dave Gaudes. I don't know. We could have a bigger group tonight, which is cool. Because I thought after we get through the news, we can maybe geek out a little bit on some of the new trailers and of movies and stuff. Anyways, hi Yvonne, how are you doing?
Hey Yvonne.
What have you guys been doing in the past little while since Atlanta BrickCon? Because that was the last time I saw you.
What have you guys been did a bunch of ordering on Lego.com, waiting for some brick orders. I know my wife wanted a Rainbow Cafe on what I brought to Atlanta, so I ordered the bricks for that. And then I also did a thing about Hello Kitty. I don't know if you so these are some of the stickers I brought. I don't know. There we go. So I'm waiting for the parts for that. But
hold them up again. I'm trying to full screen it here. So
it's a Hello Kitty. There. So just a little bit of a
edit full screen.
Little teaser reveal there.
Cool.
On your channel or on your
well, there
stream.
We go. We're lucky to see it.
Yeah.
So, Ben, you guys, I noticed. I mean, keep my eye on the Brickworld Chicago site because they announced this week that the deadline's getting close for not late registration, but like registration's almost ending. They're about to go into late registration.
Yeah, so May 1st is the cutoff date.
Yeah, May 1st. And I happened to be on the site and I had the attendee list up because I was trying to see who from Ontario was going. I saw you guys appeared in the past week or so. But I also the count's now at I think 1,287 or something people.
Yeah, I think so.
Give or take 10.
But if it's 1,287, I believe it. I'm sure there's a lot of last minute people.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, there's still registration that goes up until I think the week before. You just don't get all the interesting items. Yeah. So. Yeah. So, looking forward to it, but I know my bank account won't be happy after that one.
I know the missus isn't looking forward to it because there's going to be a lot of. She was sort of inundated with the ABC.
Yeah,
with
the
all
public.
the people there, but so this is like going to be 10 times bigger.
Well, I mean, there's nothing that says you have to stay in the room, right? Like you can literally just walk out. It's the crowds are big, but because it's a bigger building, it tends to not be as crazy, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I guess we were kind of lucky on. Well, we went to Brick World or Brick Fair, Virginia, 2018, and it wasn't too bad. Okay. I mean, it was still almost 1,000 registered, and it didn't feel like there was 1,000 registered because everybody was sort of in their groups, and probably it's going to be the same way in Chicago with a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of people, but I mean, Chicago's almost open all 24 hours. So there's like the younger crowd tends to come in at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and they hang out there all night long, and then it cycles into the younger crew, the sane crowd, 8 and 9 in the morning type thing. Hello, Brickmaniac, welcome. May 1st is close. Yeah, we'll talk about that. The sets that are coming out May 1st. Wall of Consensus and all the Star Wars stuff. Ugh.
So, May the 4th.
Yeah. Yeah, our next episode is May the 3rd, so I figured we could maybe focus on Star Wars that day if we want. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah. So as we wait for others to join, I guess I'll give a quick update. I've been working on Castle, ordering parts like Ben. I placed an order last week for more water parts. Is that right? Yeah, I placed an order last week for Bricklink. No, Bricklink orders. I placed a couple of Bricklink. Okay. Yeah, pretty sure a couple of Bricklink orders. See, now I'm thinking here. Orders placed. Let's see. Last week I placed April 15th, April 19th. Well, April 15th would have been 2 weeks ago, but yeah, I ordered some parts for my name tag, which is kind of hiding up here right now. Nice. That hopefully will be in this week. I ordered parts for from Canada First Bricks in Quebec. They should be here tomorrow. That's water bits and parts for the castle. I took on the weekend. I wasn't home, but I took before I left on the weekend. I took my larger tower and put it into Digital Designer or Studio, and made a smaller version. So the next size down. This is 6 studs wide with the side pieces. So I've made one that's 4 studs wide with the side pieces. 4 studs wide plus the addition of the side walls that I need to add. So over the weekend I kind of figured out what parts I needed for that. That's why I built it. So Monday night during Old Gray Bricks, I was busy counting all the parts, like figuring out what parts I had. And by Monday evening, I'd placed another couple orders. So the one was from Canada First Bricks in Quebec, and I also did a standard / bestseller order from Shop and Home. So I got one last gift of purchase, the flower pot thingy gift of purchase that will be coming with that. The bestsellers parts will be here tomorrow, along with my Canada First Bricks, and hopefully the stuff I ordered from Montreal earlier, or from the other vendor that for the sign. I think there's one more Bricklink order I haven't gotten. Oh yeah, there's still water parts that I haven't gotten from Germany. Oh no, from Poland. So hopefully by the weekend I'll be able to work more on the water. I did do some work today though, and I'll just pop that up.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just posted it on our group. Wait, did I post it on our group? Yeah. I didn't post the latest one, so this is just for history purposes. This is kind of what I'm building. Where it's going to be, there's this area as a harbor, and I'm building the coastline to kind of come in. I've got the different shades underneath with a layer of plate and then a layer of tile on top. So I've been playing with that over the past few weeks, and I don't remember what pictures I've shown. So so I'm also building a cliff face as well. So like on the edge of because I had older short tables. Hey, look who just joined our chat. Hey, Bunny. I wonder who that could be. Could that be Mrs. Bunny?
Oh, it's Mrs. Bunny.
Yeah.
How you doing, Mrs. Bunny? Yeah, she's in Toronto.
Oh, in Toronto?
She's at a conference.
So she's halfway between us. There you go. So yeah, when I was originally building my castle, I was planning to build it on the short tables so that it's easy to set up and for kids to see. And I ended up having to buy 6 new tables because the 3 I had actually were a shorter height due to the fact that the brackets at the bottom of the screen, the brackets here on the legs are actually shorter on the older tables. So I knew I wanted to build a water feature, but I couldn't figure out how to do the drop. And then I realized, wait, I have these short tables. So why don't I use that? And basically taking the idea of, I've got the foam board on here. It gives me about 8 bricks, 6 to 8 bricks in height here to do a drop. So I've been working on that. Just not go to the next picture. Oh, because I'm zoomed in. There we go. So I've been working on rock work and that for that, and just trying to figure it out. That was a parts order that I came in. I accidentally sent this to a group I was in of a bunch of older friends that I know that I used to go to cottage with, and one of the guys. Side note. One of the guys works for one of the police departments in their lab, and so he tests drugs for quality and stuff. And when he originally saw this picture in small, he's like, "Is that drugs?" And I'm like, "Oh crap! I posted to the wrong group. No, this is actually Lego." And he's like, "Yeah, so basically drugs." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, fine." Yeah, so I've been working on the coastline. I started doing the ripple across the water, just trying to play with that. Doing it a few times. So my original idea was like solid lines of ripples all the way over, and then it breaks up as it comes out. But after talking to some people, they were like, no, it wouldn't be like that. Waves aren't a solid line always. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. So I've then, over the past, I think this was yesterday or Sunday, or maybe this was Monday, I've started working on breaking the waves up a little bit, trying to just make it a little bit more random, I guess you could say. And just today, this is what I've built basically today is I've started working on the cliff work here, and I've got I'm starting to work on a couple of little docks here. That will kind of set out here. I've got to figure out what color to do a little bit of a path here and stuff. Is the cat watching the screen? No, she's not. But yeah, that's what I've been working on for the past few days. And like I said, I'm waiting for more parts so I can fill in the rest of the water over here. Like all this area over here hasn't been finished, and I haven't even got halfway through the harbor yet as well. But yeah, lots of parts ordering. Unfortunately, a little bit extra money coming out of my wallet, but what can you do, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's not going to be going to Brick World this year.
Yeah.
Bonnie just got back for dinner, and she sees her baby. Oh, Mr. Sincere.
Sure.
How are you?
Good.
Dave,
Hi, Ben.
how you doing?
Good.
It's been a long time since you guys have probably seen each other.
Yes.
So yeah, just rambling on about my castle progress, which is really just water progress at the moment, and some
Yes, it's not castle progress. It's water, waves, and beach progress.
Yeah. But I mean, I just this after, like, just between finishing work, having dinner, and the stream, I got another section built of the wall, so I'm enjoying I'm happy with that. So, or with the cliff face. So, but yeah, how you been doing, Dave?
I've been busy.
Yeah, I bet. Got an English site up and running.
Yes, the English site is up and running. I haven't done the correction that you sent me, but I will. It's it's on my to-do list.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so yeah, all weekend long, what I did is I updated the website, put all the information in about Bricomanie. Well, all the information that I had, because I don't have all the info yet. But
he added an English button too.
Yes, I had, and yes, and so I did that, and I did a whole version of the website in English, so everything was translated. And I had to put, like you said, I had to put an English button and a French button because when you're on the English side, maybe you want to switch to the French side. So yeah, basically that's what I did all weekend, and I also did a video because I wanted to, publicly announce that we're getting back and that we would have an event in Laval, and I had this idea, and when I get that's my creative side. When I get something in my mind that I want to do, I have to get it out. So while I was updating the website, I also did a video that I posted on the Bricomanie Facebook page and also on the Instagram account of Bricomanie. It's in French though, because
Fair enough. But Ben, I muted you, by the way, because we were getting a little bit of feedback.
Okay.
Just so you know.
And so I did the video. It's basically what it's. I'm going to translate it loosely. Um, in the first few, it's a 1 minute and 13 seconds long, so it's a short video. But in the
This one?
first few moments, you see all the advertisement that we did, that for the previous show that we did, because before that Bricomanie was called Cinébric, and then
Yeah.
it was called Bricomanie. And in that sequence, if you have the sound on, it's the song from the Lego movie, Everything is Awesome, but in French it's Tout est vraiment génial. And then with the coronavirus hits, you hear it's a president business in the final scene saying, "Oh, my world is about to end and is about to be done. I'm gonna terminate you." And Emmett says, "No, stop!" And the music stops, and then you see the yellow kind of face says, "I'll be back" in French.
Yeah.
Je reviendrai. And you hear the Terminator says, "I'll be back," but in French she says, "Je reviendrai." And then you hear the music from Back to the Future saying, "We're going back to Laval in 2023."
Cool. We kind of were playing it as you were talking, obviously. So for those of you that were watching the little screen there.
So yeah, I made a video and I made a website. So
cool.
All in one weekend.
Yeah. So you've been doing Lego stuff, just not the Lego stuff that.
No,
you know,
I've been
stuff
doing.
you needed to do.
It's not Lego stuff. It's event stuff.
It's event stuff. Yeah, agreed.
Cool. And I was lucky enough to because Patrick Bégin was actually at BrickCan this weekend.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough that he shared with with your organizing committee and the members of the Kellogg board of directors, all the directors, because he's one of the directors. He shared like a play-by-play of what was happening in BrickCan.
Yeah.
So that gave us a lot of material to work on for our convention.
Cool.
Because BrickCan, as I saw and I discovered from Patrick's posts, is a convention really aimed at AFOLs. It's not a big show. It's really the convention part that takes over the whole thing. And they have a lot of attendees. I think there are more than 250 attendees. That's why it's one of 11 recognized Lego event by Lego.
Yeah.
So, but they have a lot of activities for AFOLs. It's really aimed at the convention part. They have done right, and seeing that, I think, with all his qualities and all his goodwill, I think Jonathan was lacking experience visiting other cons and visiting other Lego events and seeing what was happening convention wise in other events. So I think the convention part of Bricomanie, although I started in the organizing committee in 2019 when we did the last edition, and we were trying to move the to better the convention part, because I think the exhibition part we got it right, but the convention part I think was lacking. And seeing what was happening at BrickCan, definitely it was the convention part at Bricomanie was lacking. So I personally said to the board of directors from Kellogg and to my colleagues, we're gonna try and do better, including this year. So no, I'm not going to Brick World. No, I'm not, no. What I'm saying is that if you come to Bricomanie as an attendee, you're gonna have a con. We're gonna have activities for con related, and it's gonna be a real con. So
yeah, and I mean that's what I've seen a lot of event planners do. I mean, Janie used to go to as many conventions as she could afford to go to, and I know like Cody Otley, he basically he's the one of the organizers for Brick Slopes, and he's been basically traveling around. No, Brick Slopes. He travels to every convention basically as well because he's interacting with everybody and trying to tell them, hey, you should come to our event. Anyway, he's told them, hey, you should come to our event, and B, he's absorbing what's happening at all the events and stuff, right?
You learn from the best. I mean,
well, exactly, yeah.
You have to take what's others counters are doing great, and you have to take what you're doing great, and then you get a great event. So there's no shame in saying, well, we took this from this event, we took that from this event. So
I mean, it becomes great when you see what other things are doing, and like conventions don't necessarily care that you're taking their ideas necessarily. I mean, it's all about making the people visiting the convention happy, right? Like be it the AFOLs or the public or whatever. So,
exactly.
Cool. So
but
I know
you were saying that I was not announcing that I was going to Brick World, but
you're gonna get down?
I might be able to make it to Bricks in the Six this year.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
I might. It's
cool.
In the works because I thought I didn't have enough time off to go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But turns out that I got a floating day off that I could take, and I would take another day of vacation, so I could probably make it to Bricks in the Six.
Awesome.
The last part that I'm really negotiating right now is
family.
Is it a family weekend or is it me going alone?
Yeah. Cool. Well, either way, if you show up, that'd be awesome because
right now I think it's aiming for a family weekend. So my plan is to drive down to Mississauga on Wednesday evening. So I would do my work day.
Yeah.
And just right after my day of work, leave here with all the either the car pack or I'm going to rent a trailer and pack the trailer because if I'm going with the family,
you need a little bit more.
Or just the Lego stuff. So
yeah.
So I'm leaving here, drive all the way to Mississauga on Wednesday evening, stay there on Wednesday night or whenever I get there. Probably at 1 a.m, and start early Thursday morning to set up because if I'm coming Bricks in the Six, I'm bringing the moon base.
Cool. Well, it'd be great to see it again for sure, and awesome to see you too. So I'm fingers crossed because I think I owe you a high five or something. Oh jeez. Cool. Well, that's cool too. We'll have to.
So I'm hoping registration stays open for a few more days.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm just trying to see if they even have.
And I'm hoping they still have floor plan. They still have some space left, so I can do my moon base.
Yeah, they do.
I can even put it on the floor. I already did that, and it was great. So
yeah, I'm just trying to actually find the Bricks in the Six website. Definitely is a different layout than most. I like some of it can be really confusing. But I don't know if there's any. Well, there must be an FAQ. Hold on, let's just see if there's a frequently asked questions.
Sure.
Well, there's a registration FAQ. Yeah, it's definitely open for I would guess.
Yeah, I saw it. You can still add it to your cart. So
yeah.
That's why I looked it up and said, oh.
Yeah. I mean,
Because like I said, I have a day off the floating day off that I have to take in July.
Yeah.
So if I have to take a day off in July, might as well take
might as well be that day. Yeah. Is that like, do you have to work during Saint Jean Baptiste or something like that? Or
no, it's actually a program where we work 15 minutes every day, more than the 7 hours that we supposed to.
Yeah.
And we get 10 days off that we can take during the year, and you can only take one per month. So there's 2 months that you cannot take your day off, and you get 10 months that you have to take a day off, or otherwise you lose them. And I didn't take a day off in January, and I didn't take don't plan to take a day off in April. So, and we're at the end of April, so
yeah, exactly. So
I have to take them each month. So, and then I was looking at my calendar and said, oh, I got to take a day off in July.
Cool. Well,
and
like
I still have some vacation days left. So
yeah,
might as well take them.
Take advantage of it. Yeah, and I mean,
go
with
to
Toronto,
Toronto.
We can definitely show you around that area. We can
like I said,
the
last time I was at Brick Fight, that's what we did. My family came down and they went through all the tourist attractions in the Greater Toronto area.
Yeah.
While I was doing the con.
Yeah. Cool. I left this picture up because this was at Bricks in the Six in 2019, I guess it was. And this guy, his name is Dale. I saw his castle. He's got it's a 20-foot long table of castle. And I saw his castle when I was there, because I showed up as just a visitor. Like I wasn't registered for the event because it was downtown Toronto, and it was just bad timing. But when I was at Brick World Chicago, that guy was behind me. So every time I looked over my shoulder, I saw that castle, and it was competing with my 6 by 8 foot castle, and his is 20 feet long by 6 feet across, or 3 by 20 or something like that. I'm like, but no, he's a really cool guy. So Bricks in the Six this July, and Brickomanie this September. Any news on the hotel you had mentioned to us privately?
Marc-André was supposed to have a meeting, a call meeting with the guy who find us the hotel. So and he said he was looking at 2 other hotels. He was going to contact 2 other hotels just in case, just to see if we can get a better price. But they're all in the same area.
Because Coudice was saying that he's not sure if his family will go, and if they don't go, then I might end up rooming with him, just because then save some money for both of us. So
that's the other part. If I'm not going with my family, I might seek out someone to share rooms.
I've got a free bed in Chicago.
I'm not going to Chicago.
Yeah, I know. I don't, unfortunately, in Oakville or in Mississauga. But yeah, we'll have to figure that out. We'll be able to find someone for you, I think.
Well, probably someone for Kellogg.
Yeah, that's true, right? Yeah, because Patrick's going and stuff too.
Well, Patrick's kind of a loner. He's not the sharing type, so
fair enough. One of the things that throws me off too. Whoops.
Yeah, the members.
The members list is not quite great because it's
all the members, everyone who registers as a member.
Yeah. So whoever's basically joined the site is listed as well. So you kind of have to look for the keyword, or you can
right there.
Yeah, Bits 2023 attendee. So David Sims is the last one that joined. So I've been having to, Control F and just 110 right now. So there's a quick way to tell. anyways, you can kind of see who's going.
110 attendees is a good number.
Yeah, it's pretty good already, considering that we're that far out. One of the I think a lot of the Brick Masters or the Lego Masters, I think
The Canadian ones.
Yeah, because Emily is the Dave and Emily team. Now Dave now works for Lego in Billund. So I know she's obviously registered to go, and there's a few others. Like Nick's going to be there and stuff like that. Susan Eaton is registered, has subscribed. Do you remember Susan? Dave, did you ever meet Susan?
I don't think so.
So her and Todd Lehman created Lugnet.
Oh.
So we met her years ago at Brick Fest. So we've gotten to know her. We're friends on Facebook and stuff as well. So when I saw her name, I'm like, oh, is she going? And then it's like, oh no, she's not. She just signed up to get for the site. But anyways, oh yeah, there's Cody. No, actually, you know what? Cody hasn't actually registered yet. So I'm not sure if he's going. Like the guy from Brick Slopes. So. But anyways, I'm getting excited for the events that are coming up. Just because there's our news. Just because I think it's going to be a fun event. Like all these events, Chicago and stuff. They're all going to be quite fun.
Chicago is big, man. Chicago is huge.
Yeah. Chicago's big and expensive. That's my biggest worry right now. Like the hotel, like I'm staying at the hotel there, and it'll be a $2,000 hotel bill for the weekend, which is crazy. So, yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm still hoping someone will say, "Hey, I'm going, but I need a room," and I'll be like, and that's Canadian 2,000 for the record. It's it's what? It's like 200. It's about 150 US a night. Did I do that math wrong? 5 nights, 150. Because that's about 200, just shy of 200 Canadian. So yeah, that's about right.
150 American?
Yeah, I think it is. I'd forget what the actual price was. I think it was 150 to 160 American a night for the hotel. So, and I'm going. I plan to be there Wednesday through Monday, right? So that's like 5-6 nights. So,
$960 if you do 160.
Yeah.
6 nights, $960 American.
How much? Sorry, 160 for 6 nights, 960 American. Okay, so maybe I'm off. Maybe in my head it's just an inflated price.
Well, maybe you added your
the whole trip with my gas.
Whole trip, probably.
Yeah. I'm not taking the trailer this time, so at least my gas will be cheaper. So. But.
So if you're not taking the trailer, I'm guessing you're not bringing the castle either.
No, I brought the castle last year, and I know I'm not going to have the expansion done for June. There's just no way. I don't want to pressure myself into that. It'll be enough pressure to get it done by July. So it'll definitely be done by September though. So
I hope so.
Yeah. Which reminds me, I still have to register a few more on my mock.
and I hope it stays intact until he gets to Laval.
These towers fell apart on me when I went to Alabama, and now these towers are rock solid. Okay, I lost one little piece there because I caught it with my thumb. But these towers are rock solid. There's Technic beams, really hard to see because hold on, maybe I can get the light. There's Technic beams all the way through the center here.
Okay.
Through the center hole. But basically what happened when I was traveling to Georgia or to Alabama, all these plates were in like the wedge plates were on the opposite side, so they were on the bottom, and then these ones were were the next level up. So because those were flipped, all the wedge plates came loose, like shook loose a little bit because there's a bit of stress on them, and then all these panels just started separating, and it basically all the towers basically crumbled. So even just flipping that around and adding the Technic supports, which only go up about halfway, and that's also because at this level it's hollow, right? Like you can see right through. So for the castle expansion, I'm going to do a half tower. Because it'll be right on the edge of the layout. So I think that'll be a good example of how I've built it. Now, I probably won't build the interior structure like this, but just because I want it to be kind of open so that I can put a few scenes in there or something like that. But yeah, now I've got to find that piece later on. So, but yeah, I've got like a bin full of parts to start building that and stuff. But anyways, let's get on to the news because we've just been rambling.
Oh, and
yeah,
I got my pick a brick order that I made on March 22nd finally shipped.
Now, did you? I think someone sent me a message earlier this week that said it shipped on the website, but they didn't get the invoice. Was that you?
Yeah, that was me. It said on the website, it said that my order has been shipped because it was marked as in warehouse for the last month or so. And then on Monday, I went to check because you said they would be shipping shortly. So I was checking the website, and then it said shipped. So I said, it's probably going to be shipped. And then yesterday I got the invoice. My credit card was charged, and then I got the invoice on late afternoon that I go at charge my.
So I'm wondering if something's delayed there because I know mine was shipped either on Thursday or Friday last week. I forget what day it was. And it was shipped that day, but I didn't get my invoice till Monday or Tuesday.
Well, that happened to me I think not the last time, but the previous one. That they charged my credit card and they sent me the invoice, and then a day later my order was
there already, right?
It was there already, so it had been shipped like probably 5 or 6 days prior.
Yeah, so I'm guessing their invoicing system is just a few days behind or whatever. So okay, cool. Yeah, because I kind of it would be great to be able to get those parts by Friday. I highly doubt that's going to happen, but it would be great. Well, actually, you know what? The parts I ordered for the last round are parts for building the Bricklink Designer Program construction site building.
Yeah.
So I had ordered all those parts. So I mean, I'm not going to build that for maybe in a few 2 or 3 weeks. I might consider building it, but got too much other stuff.
And I got confirmation. I also placed a Bricklink order on April 14th.
Yeah.
And I just got the email with the tracking number.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. That I ordered from a store and they had a few negative feedback saying, well, you're kind of late on shipping. And so I was tracking them and bugging them saying, when is my order going to ship? And they said, well, we're short staffed and blah, blah, blah. And it's someone from Quebec. So, and so I got a tracking number and the order is going to be here on Friday. So,
yeah, well, that's pretty cool.
So it's like 14 days later than when I paid. So
yeah, Canada First Bricks, when I ordered from them on Monday night, it was shipped Tuesday morning. I was like, yes.
Yeah, Canada's First Brick is like number one in handling.
Is that Martin's?
Nope.
Who owns Canada First Bricks?
It's Martin Tremblay. I think he's the owner.
So
it's a big Bricklink store.
Okay.
I mean, he has employees working for him. Sylvain is actually working for Canada's First Brick right now.
Okay. Cool. So yeah. Should we hop into the news?
Sure.
Let's do that. Ben says.
Because after that, I'm gonna have to do some building because I'm actually showcasing some things in our May show, and I haven't done anything right now. So.
Okay. You mean after the news, you're going to do some building, or?
I don't know.
You can do building right now.
Well, I would have to move to my Lego room, and I don't want to.
And then we'll laugh at you because you're moving to your Lego room. That's still not organized.
Yes.
All right. So first up, 2 Lego ideas sets hit 10,000 supporters. It's
again.
It's decreased, but I mean by Sunday it'll be the cutoff for this round.
Oh,
Yeah,
So
they're gonna have like 120 sets.
67, I think, was the number, something like that. But we'll get to that in a moment. So the first one is Lego Ideas Wizard's Hut. I don't understand what. Okay. The Wizard's Hut by Piece to Piece is the latest project to receive supporters on Lego Ideas. I don't know if this is it's a fantasy style hut along with tower. Obviously, there's an issue with this article because that's definitely not a Wizard's Hut. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyways, hopefully we'll get a reprise of that. Yeah, and it's just showing the same picture over and over again.
Yeah.
So not sure what's going on there. Anyway, this was one of the ones we were looking that was coming due, that was getting close to the 10,000 a couple of weeks back, and this is the double helix coaster, which I really like, although it's a lot of curved parts. Actually, it's all curved track segments, and I just realized this is looping continuously. Oh no, it's not. I thought that was looping continuously, but it's not. Okay, anyway. So this one's by Nachapon Lego. Hit 10,000 supporters.
It's looping continuously, Jeff.
No, but I'm saying it just the timing of this car coming here and this car coming down the hill makes it look like it's the same car.
Well, it is the same car because it's a looping video, but I mean, technically, yes, you could look at it and you would go around and around.
I mean, it is done in the way that you can follow the vehicle all the way. But anyway, my point is, I like this one. It's kind of fun, and would make it's like kind of an Iron Mouse type roller coaster style. If anybody knows anything about roller coasters, anyways, doesn't matter. All right, next up is actually a Lego Ideas retraction from Brick Fanatics. So one of the Lego Ideas submissions, this is the second one now that has been removed. There isn't really a reason given other than they've talked privately to the person who designed it. This is based on it's done by Super Sir Lynx. It's a Heathens ship from Outer Wilds. So I'm guessing it's a video game based ship. They have removed it. And I'm guessing that it's just because of the fact that it's maybe content they can't license or something. I don't know. Or maybe Lego's got a contract with them.
Or
who knows?
Maybe it's an IP issue.
Yeah, an IP issue. But usually the IP issues, they don't say we're not going to look at this or anything like that, right? They usually just let it go through, or like maybe they didn't realize it was IP at the time. Because they usually filter out the IP stuff at the beginning before it gets approved. I believe that's how they do it now. But anyway, so yeah, this one has been removed. The other one that was removed was the it was a haunted mansion, a Gothic castle, which I'm just clicking on the link here, see what that brings us up, which we had seen previously as well. This one has also been removed for reasons that they can't talk about. So, and this article is the one that says it brings the number now down to 67. So I don't know. This is done on the 26th, which is today. So I'm guessing 67 is the current number, give or take one, let's just say. All right. Also from Brick Fanatics, I didn't know about this, but there is a Dungeons and Dragons contest, another Dungeons and Dragons contest going on the Lego Ideas site. And it's submit a custom instruction cover for the chance at winning. Time is running out to submit a custom instructions cover for a chance at winning.
What's a custom instruction cover?
I don't know. The News Lego Ideas Challenge is giving you the chance to have your art featured on the cover of the instructions for the first Dungeons & Dragons model. However, there's only 1 week left to enter the competition. There are 30 entries for the challenge compared to 626 submissions in the original contest. The request for custom artwork instead of models. Oh, so it's actually physically drawing artwork.
Okay.
Which is kind of interesting. Anyway, not really sure what's going on with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why would Lego do that?
Well, because normally when they I know Dungeons and Dragons, I think most of the companion books in that have artwork on the front, so maybe they're trying to make it look like a companion book.
Yeah, but I
And stuff.
mean, just hire an illustrator and have it done. Why make it a contest?
Yeah, true. Ben, I'm assuming this one's for you. This
Ah,
comment.
Give
I'm
him a
assuming this
hug.
comment is for you.
come on.
I hope. Otherwise, Bonnie wants us to give people hugs. I'm not sure. So anyway. All right. Next up, there
I would
is
hug you,
rumor
Jeff,
that.
but you're like 6 hours away.
Well, I said high five, but we can hug as well if you make it to. Bionicle.
Hey, I'm a hugger.
The cat loves Bionicle. So apparently, Lego Bionicle is rumored to come back in 2025. Again, from Brick Fanatics.
Really?
It's not a joke, apparently. Bionicle's return have been abundant in the recent years, almost as
I'm
much as
I'm
the
I'm gonna start calling it the zombie team because it's keep coming back from the dead
Yeah. I'm
and
just
dead
trying to see.
dies again.
Someone on Instagram is reporting that 2025 is to feature the next Bionicle return through, though in what form could be, it's still unclear. So someone called Exa Bricks Lego Go is saying this. I don't know how accurate this person is, but a lot of the Instagram rumor sites seem to be pretty accurate on stuff. So if there's any Bionicle fans watching, why? No, if there's any Bionicle fans watching,
they did finish like in the finals of the anniversary set
yeah, this is true too.
along with the castle fans and the classic space
Yeah,
fans.
well, this set came out as a gift for purchase too, right?
Yeah, but it's like a small set. It's not. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not an anniversary set like the Galaxy Explorer was or the King's Castle was.
Yeah.
So maybe we're not getting an entire line of Bionicle, but maybe a set.
Yeah, maybe like some kind of like an anniversary set or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what anniversary it would be for 2024 or 2025. I guess Bionicle came out in 2020 or in 2000.
Yeah, I think in 2000.
Didn't it start in like 2000?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it did. So maybe it's a 25th anniversary type tribute or something.
Yeah. That would be logical.
Yep, it would be. Why did I say that then? Jeez. All right, next up. Ninjago Secret World of Ninja, the book that's coming out, they finally released what the exclusive minifigure will be, and it's
And
a
it will
Lloyd.
be a
A
Lloyd
Lloyd. Yeah.
again.
Yeah, and apparently it's not even a uniform he's ever worn. It's kind of an imaginary thing, based on what I've seen on the Instagrams. So if anybody collects the figures, Lloyd will be coming out, and yes, I say it Lloyd because it's just fun that way. So yeah.
I named you.
Next up, there is also a new trailer that has dropped for the new Ninjago season called Dragons Rising. I haven't watched it yet. I'm actually going to keep this window open so I can watch it later. But it is on YouTube. Just to kind of see what's going on. It's set to release. The new episodes are set to release on June 1st. So yeah. Next up, kind of similar to Ninjago a little bit. That's why I put it next. Lego Dreams characters have started. There's been some Lego Dreams artwork and stuff showing in the past few weeks. Just this past, I think just today actually, there are these characters. This character poster has been shown, and there's been a few different pictures that I've seen for Lego Dreams already. So there's a bunch of different characters. Is this clickable? No. Figures. Anyway, so there's a few of the characters. And there's some interesting things in here. That's it. Like I said, if you follow Falconer 1414, I believe it is, on Instagram, he's got some other pictures for this stuff. I don't want to share them here just because I don't know if we should. So because I don't know if they're actually official or not. If you like your reward center, if you like spending your VIP points on stuff that isn't buying actual Lego brick, which reminds me, I cashed in $90 of VIP points this week to pay for some of my orders. That was good. Yeah, Lego has created or is selling a branded flying disc frisbee, available in the reward center.
You're not supposed to say frisbee. It's
Why
an
not?
IP, Jeff.
Is it an IP? Well,
Yes.
so are Ziplocs and and
Kleenex.
Xeroxes and Kleenex. So anyway.
And cannons.
So yeah, I'm going to say it. Lego has got a frisbee on its reward center. It's 2,000 VIP points, and basically when you do that, you get a code that you have to enter in within, I think it's 60 days. And
when you order something, because you have to order something to get it.
To get it, because they're not going to ship it for free. So, so yeah, if anybody is a flying disc frisbee fan, and you want something that's got a big Lego written on the logo, it's kind of hard to see. It looks kind of like a bit of a stud here with Lego written on it.
I mean, you can get a frisbee for like $1 at the dollar store.
Well, no, those are flying discs because frisbees would probably cost more. Anyway. Next up, so May the 4th promotions. All of the promotions that we know of, at least, have been revealed this week.
Including the brand new set that was leaked and that was sold at Target for the last
People
month.
are already buying it, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to that one in a few moments as well. But so basically, actually, you know what? I should pull up Shop at Home's website for this. Let's just see what happens if I click on that. Just so we can get the Canadian pricing. And this is the US pricing, so let me just change over to Canada. All right, so starting May 1st, which is 4 days and 2 hours from now, the promotion will start. There is the new X-Wing fighter is also going to be available on the 1st as well for VIPs.
And if you actually buy the X-Wing, you get all the promotions because it's at that price point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and if you're not a VIP, then it's a few days later. But if you're not a VIP, I don't know why you aren't, because you basically get free money.
Yeah.
And all you do is give them your email address, which you probably already given them. So for your invoices and stuff. Anyway, so the promotions that come with this, if you or that you can get for Star Wars, they'll start with the cheapest one, a miniature X-Wing. From the 1st of May to the 7th for purchases of $50 Canadian or more. You're also getting a $115 rate. You're getting a VIP coin with an Endor, like a little Endor or Death Star hologram type screen. Well, I'll click on these in a moment. And also at the $200 point, you get a Death Star 2 mini model, which technically is only the second Death Star 2 to ever be produced. And there's also double VIP points on all Star Wars purchases from the 1st to the 7th. Plus, if you go into Lego stores, there is a 5-time. I'm just trying to find it here. There is a 5-time member bonus in store only for that period of time too, while supplies
on selected Lego Star Wars.
On selected Lego Star Wars sets. They haven't told us what they are yet. So obviously they're probably going to be the ones that haven't sold as well. That they're trying to get rid of. But if you can make it into the store on May the 1st, which is a Sunday? No, a Monday.
Monday.
Yeah. Then you might be advantageous too if you want to get some of those sets. So yeah, let's actually click on the pictures here. So the Death Star. Actually, you know what? We could probably just go back to here now. So here's the coin with that blue thing as well. Actually, you know what? It's going to be better on the Shop at Home. So there's a little Death Star kit. Again, gift of purchase. So it has a price on there, but it's not actually what you pay for it. Here's the VIP coin. That's it. That's the only picture. What, the coin?
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen better pictures on some of these, again, on Instagram. So, and then the little X-Wing fighter.
Polybag.
There's also a VIP sweepstakes. And again, I don't know if this is the Shop at Home version. Let's just double check, or if this is Canadian as well. There's also VIP sweepstakes for Sterling Silver R2D2. For 50 VIP points, you can enter that. There's also a sweepstakes for a signed Imperial Star Destroyer. There's a print for the VIP or for the X-Wing Starfighter. The print is 3,500 points. The sweepstakes is free, no points required. And lastly, there's a $25 points per entry sweepstakes for the Star Wars bundle as well. Is that it? A reward create a comic book in the reward center, and a digital download for 10 points of all the X-Wings over time. So they got a lot of stuff, promos and stuff like so.
Well, looking at the whole promotion,
yeah.
Personally, I think they're doing better.
Yes.
They're already doing better than last year because last year was a total letdown.
Yeah, but for what they're giving away, I mean, the coin is kind of cool just because people are collecting coins. I can get that. The Death Star, is that a worthy little model?
No.
I didn't think so. But was Aunt Beru's Kitchen last year a good one?
No.
Right? Like, no one really liked that, too. So, I mean, previously they've done, like, the little diorama sets that have, like, a little mini Hoth or Tatooine, I think it was, and stuff. I just looked over at chat and... Jeff was saying that Frisbee's discs are only 18 centimeters, so it is a small one. Good point. The Frisbee football or Frisbee golf or whatever they call it. And Bonnie was saying Lego conventions are better than the one I'm at now. Yeah, well, I think Lego conventions are better than most things, but Anyway. So is there any why don't we jump into sets and then we'll see if there's any Star Wars that has interested anybody in the chat. Let's do it that way. Next up, Lego has teased some of the Donkey Kong set figures that will be coming out. Now these are all brick builds, which is interesting because I don't know Donkey Kong that well, the character names, but they do have it over here. So on March 10th, Mario Day, it was there was a picture that was teased of Donkey Kong itself. There are 4 more other characters that will be joining Donkey Kong, including Cranky Kong, Diddy Kong, Pixie Kong, and Funky Kong.
Woohoo!
Okay. Do you like Donkey Kong, Dave?
I like Funky Kong.
You like what?
I like Funky Kong.
Funky Kong? Okay. Is that Funky Kong?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a character you can play in Mario Kart.
Oh, geez. Okay. I played Mario Kart, but I just always thought it was Donkey Kong, I guess. Anyway.
Because there was Donkey Kong and there was Funky Kong. And Funky Kong says, woohoo!
I obviously don't play Mario Kart enough to know that.
Jeff.
Forgive me. How are these 2 brackets attached? Oh, I guess this bracket's attached on top by this brick. But anyway, sorry. I'm just looking at the connection point going, wait a minute. I guess that was attached to the brick there. Anyway. And there is a little video on Twitter about it as well where they're announcing it. But so I'm assuming the next week or 2 we'll get more information about what the actual set is. The interesting thing, they haven't showed us Donkey Kong, obviously. So these are brick-built characters. So I guess we're making the assumption this will be in the same way of the Mario sets currently that are all brick built, and they'll have like maybe a computer operated Kong character. Maybe, I don't know. I guess time will tell, but no minifigs for Nintendo characters as of yet. All right, next up, the Lego 2K video racing game that's coming out in the future. We've already seen the picture of this car, but they've officially announced the poly bag that will be available with it. The 2K Drive game, Lego 2K Drive, which will be available on all the platforms. And I think it's coming out pretty soon. Does it actually say? It does not. So it's just a poly bag, and you can build the 3 different types of vehicles. It's a 3-in-1 type little build. So anyway. Disney sets. So we are in the Disney 100-year celebration. There have been lots of Disney sets previously mentioned, and there are some more ones. So there's this art set and an Enchanted Treehouse set. So we'll start with the Enchanted Treehouse. We have heard rumors about this already. I don't know that we saw the official pictures.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I thought we did too. So this one comes with a series of.
It's the princesses pack.
With all the princesses and Friends characters. 4, 8, 12, 13 characters. We did see the pictures of all this stuff. You're right, because we had the one that was grayed out.
Yep.
So we have kind of talked about this, but it's official now with 13 princesses.
So in one set, you get all the princesses.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of them. There you go. And they also have this animation icons kit, which is kind of like a little art kit where they're 8x8 squares. And you can build up to 9 different characters, and it's amazing how accurate the characters are based on the size of them.
Yeah, but
mm-hmm.
They could have done better.
So Dave says, "Do better, Lego." Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they could have like make it a bigger set and like a real piece of art. But this is too juniorized for me.
Well, I mean, it is probably made for kids more than anything.
I know, right? But
yeah.
And it comes with an exclusive Mickey as a painter fig, which is, that alone is probably why people will buy it. But and it looks like each of the individual frames can be. Are they all individual frames? No. Looks like you can build the frames different ways to have like smaller sets. So there's the side of the Mickey, or a shot of the Mickey painter. Yeah. So
they basically just put Mickey's head on a painter's body.
Pretty much. Yeah. And white gloves. Because Mickey wears white gloves. Anyway. Next up, another set of Disney sets. Well, another Disney set was revealed this week officially. Last week the pictures were leaked, I think. But and this is the Little Mermaid shell. This set was actually found in a store as well. Hence the reason it was leaked last week. So it's actually 3 Little Mermaid sets that have been announced with this release. So there's the book type Little Mermaid book based on the new movie, obviously, that's coming out. So the little book
live action movie.
The live action movie, thank you. Yes, 1999 US, about probably 25 to 30 Canadian. Ooh, the cat definitely wants the mermaids.
Or the fish.
Or the fish. Yes, this is true. She likes flounder. So yeah, there's a smaller books kit. One of my biggest complaints about this, about the 3 of these, is that the crab, what's his name? Sebastian is just a Lego crab. It's not actually a character. Like they didn't. Now, I guess because of the movie, maybe the crab is just a crab, or maybe
probably
it's not,
because in the live action movie, probably the Sebastian is just a crab.
Just a crab, yeah. So that's just. I was hoping to get to see a Sebastian, cartoon figure.
No, you're getting a crab.
Well, I don't want crabs. I mean, I don't want a crab. Anyway. So next up is the bigger $160 US set, 1,800 pieces, which is the shell, their kingdom. I don't know, the display set. I don't know what you'd really call it.
It's a seashell.
It's a seashell, yeah. It doesn't really look like it has a lot of play features necessarily. It looks more like a display.
Not a seashell, a clamp. It looks like a clamp.
Yes. Sorry.
An open clamp.
An open clamp, yes. So it's interesting. I mean, it's minifigure princesses or minifigure mermaids and stuff. I wanted to say Cruella too, but it's not. I can't remember her name. I think the figures are shown here in a moment, anyhow. So, I can't think of her name. Someone in chat will remember. But anyways, like I said, Flounder's here, but Sebastian is just a standard crab. So, but I think that's a new fish design too, I believe. Not 100% sure, but yeah, like a new type of mold for fish. But yeah, we got her little grotto of precious things. I forget what they call it because it's been a while since I've seen it. And last up is a treasure chest, 47 US. which basically has the same jewel bottom that they've had in a few of these sets in the past. And this is a Friends character, Friends style character. So, and it also comes with a Lego Dots bracelet, which is kind of interesting because I guess we have a lot of Dots bracelets left over. And Dots is dead, so you know.
Not there. Not on the TV.
Anyways, next up is the Star Wars set we were talking about earlier, the Mandalorian
Fang Fighter
and TIE Interceptor. Now, I have finished watching Mandalorian, which I know some of us have and some of us might not have. The Fang Fighter isn't really used that much in the show. It's just like you always see a couple of them flying beside like Bo-Katan's ship or whatever, like when they're in formation. So it was interesting that they didn't really use those. Like you didn't really get any airtime for those. It's a cool looking little ship though, and it comes with an interceptor as well. So yeah, this set's announced will be available on May 1st. People have already found it in stores, as Dave mentioned earlier. I know Emma Soros found it in a Walmart and in the States. And I watched that video this morning, and she said she went in and she went up to the cash and self-scanned it, and it said, street date, not allowed. So apparently the employee went to the back with her to the Lego aisle, grabbed another $100 set, and scanned that like a different $100 set, like a Harry Potter set, and said, "Okay, you can walk out with that one." A, you just threw off your inventory, and B, you just totally broke the rules. But okay, so yeah, and I think already at Target people are picking them up as well. So yeah, 957 parts, $100 US, so probably about 120 Canadian ish. Is that one you guys want?
I'm probably gonna pick that one up.
Yeah.
If I had to like take advantage of the Made of Ford promotion, that would probably be my set of choice.
So since we're talking about that, let me just jump into
because I really like that Fang Fighter, and I want that dark gray and black interceptor instead of the black and blue one that I have.
So May 1st sets that are available as of May 1st, obviously, because of May 1st sets, are, as we said previously mentioned, the X-Wing with the Death Star kits available and the coin kit. We've already looked at those. Some of the Reward Center stuff. But there's also the brickheads that are going to be available for Battle of Endor, and they're $40 US. The Little Mermaid set's going to be available. The Little Mermaid sets are coming out May 1st. There's some Duplo sets, Wind Turbine, and 3-in-1 Treehouse. The Tales of the Space Age. A Marvel Ant-Man construction fig, whatever you want to call it. The Disney collectible minifigs, individual and 6-pack. Oh, I guess we're going to buy some Lego this week. And then for Star Wars, there's the Snub Fighter, which to me, that one is interesting. The Fang Fighter, which we already talked about. The Emperor's Throne Room, Endor Speeder Chase. I'm just popping these all open. X-Wing is right here. And the Executor. So let's just have a look at these quickly. So yeah, this one's $35 US. This is all in US. I'm not going to change it.
$49.99.
$49.99 Canadian. This one's interesting to me because I thought it was a cool looking little ship in the Mandalorian series.
And the canopy is cool.
And the canopy, the new canopy color. The Emperor's Throne Room, again, $129 Canadian, I think it is. That's
a little expensive on the expensive side.
Yeah, and I think this one's 100 Canadian, if I'm right, which is the Battle of Endor, or the Endor Speeder Chase diorama. And lastly, the Executor, which is actually not a bad price. It's fairly small, obviously, but 60 or $70. So that's probably about $90 Canadian.
Yeah.
So, and the Technic Peugeot car is going to be available. Peugeot. I said it right.
Yeah, you said it right. Yeah. You're not Anne Bandit who says Peugeot.
Yeah. It was funny because actually the Peugeot set, he was in the stream. He said that, and he actually posted a quick little reel today on Instagram or YouTube or wherever it was, and he actually got it right, so he was practicing it. So,
forgot.
Ursula, thank you, Bonnie. I knew someone would remember. Yeah, Ursula as well. Thank you, Brian Jorson, and hello, welcome. And Yvonne, yes, there is a little bit of background noise. I think Ben's speaker is giving him some feedback, but I don't want to mute him because I want him to be able to talk too. So,
it's all right. You can mute me.
Well, no, I know it's actually not too bad. I mean, it's a little bit of feedback. So anyway, I don't want to mute Ben on his first time with us in a very long time.
That's all right. I think it was just Yvonne wanted to see my face. That's all.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think she wanted to hear my voice.
Anyway,
well,
so
you're such a beautiful man, Ben.
So yeah, I can see that the Fang Fighter and Tire Interceptor is basically a good way to get to your goal of getting all three promotions. I mean, if you're not buying the X-wing, but I don't know. I mean, I think I'm gonna wait. If I buy that Snub Fighter, I think I'm just gonna wait for it to drop in price at some point.
Yeah, probably gonna
yeah, because honestly, the actual Star Wars gift of purchases, I could care less.
I agree.
And they're only available with purchases of Star Wars. Like you can't get these by buying anything else. You have to buy
it depends
Wars
also on the 2 times VIP points.
Which is also, yeah, this is true. But the 2-time VIP points is also on Star Wars only, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's a better deal to buy stuff now because you get a bunch of free stuff. But I don't know. I know my budget can't handle it, so that's why.
Well, like I said, I'm probably gonna. If I go for something, I'm probably gonna either go for the Snub Fighter or the Fang.
The Fang
Fighter and the TIE Interceptor.
Yeah.
Just for the double VIP points.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, we're getting late in the evening, so let's keep on plowing through this. So New Elementary, every once in a while they do their own little contest where they send a few key builders some of the parts and get them to build something unique. So this is just the introduction of the elements that they're going to be using. There's no builds yet as of yet, but they basically have taken some of the flower sets that have come out, the bouquet sets, and they're using some key parts as things to use. So there's this
use the flower elements.
Yeah. So the recolors. So they're basically just kind of highlighting some of the cool colors that are available in here. The epaulets and orange, the trees. So I mean, dark red parts, so on and so forth. So I'll just scroll through them slowly just so we can see what they are. And maybe in a week or two when they have some entries for this contest, we can check them out and see. So yeah. Oh, it's going through all of them. This is all the parts in the wildflower bouquet, the interesting hooks in blue, clips in blue. I managed to get some of the parts for this set from one of the drafts at Atlanta BrickCon, which was fun. 32 long axles in dark green. Or in green, I should say, not dark green. Anyways, and then lastly, those are rare elements. And then in the daffodil set, I haven't built my daffodils yet. Ooh, those are nice. Yeah, the shields too. Pretty cool to feature. Anyway, also they did a review on the Peugeot 9X8 Le Mans hypercar. Because they're now allowed to talk about it. So there is a new Technic Elements, which is the 3x5 L bracket, but this one's different because it has the side holes, which some of the newer elements are coming out with holes on opposite edges or ends. The ball, new balls, please. The ball joint has actually changed because they've now removed the mold point from the ball side and put it on the back somewhere. So it's a better, rounder ball. For the ball joint, but it's interesting that they've never thought about that before. Like, why would you put that on the end of that anyway? And then some recolored of some of the other Technic parts in dark gray and black and stuff.
Shock absorber.
Shock absorber. Yeah, the shock absorber is kind of cool. This part I've never seen before in this way. I've seen pins on both sides. I haven't seen this one before. So that's a newer one for me. Yeah, that new shock absorber looks pretty cool. And look, it bottoms out. Anyway, I'm gonna just scroll through all the actual build stuff. Actually, we're just gonna close this because time. All right, Brick Brothers Brick. Few interesting models this week. Lord of the Rings seems to be having a following. This is by Josiah Durand, and it's just kind of a cool picture frame type thing, but with a forced perspective type model. Or actually, it's probably not forced perspective. It's probably a really deep model that's just taken through the lens of this picture frame. So, but anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. We also have some Rock Raiders love by Bob DeCorda. And it's just kind of a rehash, a larger scale Rock Raiders, and even built the Rock Monster. I kind of like how they built the canopy because it looks like one of the original ones that they had. Another shot of the Rock Monster here.
When I first saw this, I thought it was the actual canopy. I didn't thought it was.
Oh, the actual canopy. Yeah. There was another one I saw earlier this week that someone had built another Rock Raider set with a different canopy style, and it looked cool too. So Rock Raiders should make a comeback. But anyways, if I was in World War II, they'd call me Spitfire. So this is by Julius D. This is just a gorgeous model of a Spitfire.
Well, it's a gorgeous plane to start with, so
yeah, for sure. I kind of wish that Lego would build some of the older war planes. Like, kind of, it's been so long now that these probably don't invoke as much terror now as, you know what I mean? Like, now it's just a beautiful model. Like, why not?
Well, they're still pretty shy and pretty about anything war related because
I know.
We're actually having a debate over at Kellogg about the log bulk and project support because some changes were announced to the project support from Lego that clubs now cannot apply every year for project support. You have to skip a year, then reapply.
Okay.
So, and some of the members of Kellogg, they wanted to do something for the anniversary of I think the Royal Canadian Air Force.
Okay.
And Legos said on the go, we're not doing anything war related.
Yeah. Huh.
So, or army related. So
yeah. I mean, I get it, obviously, but at the same time, it's just like that would just be if they built like a not a UCS scale, but just a mid-scale version of a Spitfire, that thing would sell like hotcakes.
Definitely.
And I know there's Brick Arms and places like that as well, but you know, or Brickmania, I guess is the Brickmania, yeah.
Brickmania.
Not Brickomania, but Brickmania.
No, Brickmania.
So. Next up is a Lego Memento Mori. Not really sure what that is. It's a type of tree by Andreas Lender. Just an interesting little tree growing out of a skull. Kind of dark, actually, now that I see it. But, you know, just looks kind of cool, like with the vines and stuff. So.
The question is it a very small tree growing from a human-sized head? Or is it a humongous head? And the
yes, it's true. The tree's regular size. That's a good point. So Kit Nugent has created a tower here, which has a nice rockwork effect in here, and the title is, you know, being held together by the power of hopes and dreams, because it doesn't look like it's, you know, brick built, obviously. So, but I don't know. Like I said, pretty cool little model here. And interesting that this actually made it onto Brothers Brick because the background is not green. I just noticed that. So usually they have some pretty high standards for that. So I mean, this isn't too bad of a background, other than the guitar being in the picture. But and look, a goat.
Yeah, but it has that, you know, Lego style kind of photography.
Yeah, it does. Good point. And last, another picture here, or another item from, or an item from Jaroslav Walter,
Yaroslav.
Yeah,
Yaroslav.
sure, however you want to. And this is kind of like a couple of weeks ago or last week, we had a kitchen model, and this is just kind of a backyard, large scale backyard model, which I just thought looked kind of nice. So just the way some of the features of the ground here and stuff, like the flower pots. I just thought I'd share it. Last but not least is some of the pictures that have been released for, or some of the sets released. There's not really much here that we haven't seen. Actually, there's nothing here that we haven't seen. Although I bet you this will give us a better picture of the coin. Are there other photos? There are not. Arg. Anyway. Okay, there's only the one image. I know someone else has had an image of this panel that's translucent, because it's basically like a hologram, but it's got the Lego bricks around it. Anyway, and yeah, that pretty much wraps up what we have here. I did pull up this up because a new Flash trailer dropped last night. Yeah, last night. And it's really just a new Batman trailer that dropped last night. Because it's a lot of Batman, and it's got Supergirl in it. But I thought if we had time left over, we could geek out about some of the trailers and stuff that have come up. And I
haven't seen it yet, so.
Oh, okay. Well, give it a watch. No, it's okay. I was actually just looking at Brickworld Chicago. The Flash movie comes out the weekend of Brickworld Chicago. So I was like, last year during Brickworld Chicago, we went to see Lightyear. And I know Ant Bandit's going, and he's a movie buff, so I don't know. I might take a few hours and go watch a movie.
Speaking of Lightyear, I saw today that the XL 15 is at 20% off on Amazon.
That's pretty good.
So if you don't have that set, it's a great set. 20% off. It's a great price.
Disney, well, we kind of already knew this, but Disney actually mentioned that they actually took a loss on that movie now officially. Because the theater attendance wasn't as good, and I mean I think that they're finding that for a lot of movies right now, that there's not a lot of people going to movies. But in the next 2-3 months, there are a lot of movies. There's like 4 big movies coming out in June, I believe it was. I think there's a Transformer movie coming out. There's the Flash. You know what? June 2023 movies releases, but not Bollywood. So
Guardians.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, The Hunger Games, Indiana Jones. I'm not sure if this is all June. Well, this just say 2306. So Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, a Willy Wonka movie, Fast and Furious 10, and The Flash. So, I mean, out of this, the geek in me would see almost all of them. I mean, the Hunger Games, meh. Willy Wonka, meh. But the other ones, it's like, yeah, I'm in. And like I said, I don't know if that's quite accurate. Let's just see here. Best movies coming in June. So yeah, The Flash, No Hard Feelings, The Boogeyman, Indiana Jones, Ruby Gillman, not sure what that is, Strays, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Transformers, Elementals, so the Disney Pixar movies coming out as well. Anyway, it was just like, wow. And then in July, again, there's a few other ones coming out. Let's just pull up July. Oh, yeah. See, I was thinking that some of these were July. Whoops. Okay, I just ruined that search because I took away that July. Is Dune coming out? No.
Part 2?
That's not coming out. No, I think this filter is not very well filtered. July. Let's just go back to this movie Insider. So July is Insidious, The Red Door, The Joyride, Biosphere, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning.
Barbie movie is coming.
Yeah, the Barbie movie. Mission Impossible
That
Dead
looks
Reckoning.
that actually looks
The
very
Barbie movie?
funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Agreed.
saw the preview. I was kind of curious
Yeah.
because everybody's called Ken and everybody's called Barbie.
Yeah, exactly. All of them are. Haunted Mansion. So the Disney movie based on the ride Haunted Mansion's coming out in June or in July. In August, even there's some ads that are coming out. The Ahsoka comes out on TV. Apparently, there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie coming out. The Meg 2. So if anybody ever saw The Meg, which is the Megalodon, Jason Statham. I wonder if Jason Statham's actually in it.
Baby
Of course
shark,
he's not. Yeah.
baby shark, baby shark.
Apparently, there's an untitled Universal August 2023 film. I'm guessing that's not actually coming out because it's kind of close. But anyways, it's just there's a lot of movies coming out. Oh, Blue Beetle from Disney or from DC is also coming out in August. That one looked pretty good based on the trailer. It's going to be a geeky summer. Yeah, that's the only way I can explain it. The Equalizer, if anybody's watched 1 and 2, Equalizer 3 is coming out. Big Fat Greek Wedding apparently comes out in September, number 3. Okay, that one's not so geeky, but Expendables 4. I think the movie industry is finally going to start making some money again if they haven't recently, for the most part, just because the number of movies coming out is just kind of crazy. There's an Exorcist movie coming out in October.
Well, I think, Jeff, it all depends on, are they gonna send them out to their streaming services at the same time that they're releasing them on their in the movie theaters. That's the whole game. Because I mean, most of the movies now, you can, after 1 week in theaters, you can probably see them at home through a streaming service.
They have done that for a few movies because I know the last Shazam movie they did that for, because Shazam actually did crap in the theater. So they're like, you know what, we're bringing it right to the streaming. Like, we're renting it. You still can't watch it for free, but you can rent it and watch it at home as well, because they're trying to get some money back. Yeah, I haven't actually watched it yet. Was it good?
I liked it.
Okay.
There were some plot holes, but generally I enjoyed myself. So.
All right. Cool. Yeah,
I really like the actor playing Shazam. I don't. So, and I kind of like this kind of movie that with the light humor, and it doesn't take itself a whole seriously. So,
yeah. November, Dune Part 2 and the Marvels, the new Marvel movie
with all the Marvels.
The Hunger Games comes out in November as well. Okay, yeah, so that original list was for the year of all the good movies, but there's a lot coming out this year, and yeah. And Wonka's coming out December 15th. Ghostbusters 2, Afterlife 2, which, I mean, I thought the last one was pretty good, and Aquaman is also coming out in December. So, like, that's a lot of stuff. And Rebel Moon. Oh, that's a Netflix one. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like I didn't realize they actually had the streaming services here, but yeah, a lot of these are in theaters. So.
Yeah, but the whole point is, are they gonna put them on their streaming service, like they did with Shazam, after just 1 week, and saying, "Well, we're gonna cut our losses"? And
yeah. I mean, I think it depends on how they do. And like I said, I think this summer will be make or break for a lot of the film companies, right? A lot of the movie companies, for sure. But so, yeah, this has been an interesting stream where we're basically talking about movies. But I think we'll call it a night because we're at an hour and a half, and Dave needs to build apparently.
First. The last thing I need to do right now well, the first thing I need to do right now is to get my registration form for my convention ready, so I
Oh
can
yes.
start
Okay.
registering people.
Yes. Please. If you need someone to test it out, I will register right away.
I'm noting that, Jeff. I'm
Which
gonna send you
day?
the early
There's only
version.
one day here. These are the days I know. I know. Speaking of which, Cowdice didn't show up, and I didn't know if he would or not. Matt did say he was going to show up. He said should be able to make it this morning, tonight. But I have a feeling he's sleeping because, or he took a nap
Well,
and didn't wake up.
Well,
But
I know Matt is at the is end of the year. I think
oh,
his classes
so
are
he's
almost over. So
yesterday was the exams were done, I think.
so
So
maybe
yeah,
he's sleeping it off or
yeah.
something.
Anyways, so thanks everybody for coming out. Thank you,
all
Hey,
Matt
right.
and
thanks, man.
Dave, for being here.
All
Cody, it was
right.
good talking to you. And I'll hit the button. We'll end the broadcast, and we'll talk to you guys later.